What if I told you after watching this video, you'll never look at losing weight the same? And imagine if it was just a game, and a game that you've been failing at this whole time because you didn't know the rules. Weight loss is a psychology game. It plays with your mind and your body. So let's talk about your first invisible enemy, self-sabotage. What self-sabotage looks like when you're losing weight or just in any journey is when you create your own illusions of progress and you start to create milestones that are unrealistic for yourself. So you end up creating obstacles that prevent success, or you oftentimes revert back to your old habits during stress. This can look like getting a favorite snack when life isn't going the best. If you're a stress eater, it's simply because your life isn't going the way that you want. So you're choosing food as the coping method because that's the only thing that you can control, what you're currently eating. Enemy number 2 is emotional eating and using food as comfort. Using food to cope with daily pressures becomes our drug. It creates a temporary calmness, but long-term problems, not just on the scale, but in our bodies. It gives us that emotional comfort that we're seeking. And the worst kind of stress eating is boredom eating, where you're watching TV and you don't know exactly how much you're eating. You're just eating as much as you can. And this is enemy number 2 in your weight loss journey. Number 3, you don't have a self-worth connection. Many people unconsciously believe that they don't actually deserve to be a better version of themselves. They think that what they are at now is the true version of them, and it's the complete opposite. And if they were to only walk into the steps of who they were meant to be, then it would be a lot easier for them to see. But they are so far from their goals in their mind that they just never take the first step. When someone like this is trying to eat healthy, they will say terms like, eating healthy is just not for me, or getting rich isn't for me. Those terms are these kind of people who don't understand their self-worth connection. Enemy number 4 is facing your fear of judgment. Like, what if I told you you're not scared of failing? You're scared of being seen failing. And what does this look like? You go to the gym and people see you pick up the bar and it's too heavy, so it falls. Or you're only using light weights because you're scared of the bar falling. Either way, you're not scared of failing. You're scared of people seeing you fail. Enemy number 5 is going to be the perfectionist trap, thinking you have to have the perfect workout, the perfect diet, the perfect everything to start. And this is the complete opposite. You need to just have a goal and work towards it and understand that I'm not trying to be losing 20 pounds. I just want to set a goal to become a healthier person. And on this journey, I will lose 20 pounds. Just because you don't lose weight for a week doesn't mean nothing's working. It means that you have a week's worth of progress. And if you want to see more progress, you should probably compound it instead of working against it. When you think like this, it ends up abandoning your healthy habits, which you resort back to your old ways, which gives you your old self. The last enemy I want to give you is the comparison trap. How many times have you seen someone else and you wish that you had their body without ever putting in the work that they actually put in or desired to put in that amount of work? Social media and fitness marketing, they make super unrealistic expectations for what fitness goals actually should look like. And if you were to see an average person who's without lighting and after they maybe ate a good meal and see all those crazy aesthetics, you would actually see just a normal person who has a little bit of muscle, but not like an unachievable body. And there's been people who reveal what their real physiques look like without lighting versus with lighting. Just to show you, Jeff Nippert is one of the faves. He's shown like, hey, the difference between lighting versus the difference between you having a good setup and having a good pump will make the total difference. If you've made it this far, there's only one more thing that's stopping you, and it's obviously action, but it's more so motivation. I'm gonna give you your last tip on why motivation fades and how to keep it. First, you need to understand that your initial enthusiasm isn't gonna match what you're gonna be doing 6 months in. You're obviously gonna not have the same feel of like intensity 6 months into the journey versus in the first 6 weeks. The goal will obviously still be there, but you won't be as excited to achieve the goal. So knowing that means we need to have a reality check. This is when the physical discomfort shows up, where the uncomfortable meals show up, where you're saying no to the certain meals that you used to say yes to comes up. Understanding that this is where the motivation can dip, but you'll catch it here. Do not let your motivation dip. Understand that this is where it starts, and if I catch it here, then I can go up versus having this motivation dip and then I plateau and then I have to restart my journey. Then after that, you go to sustainable practices. You do things that not only feel like it's normal to you, but you forget that you're dieting. You don't feel like you're eating healthy anymore. You just are living your life. you're doing your workouts, you don't feel like you're a super athlete. You're just working out and you're doing it for you now. And the goal starts to become irrelevant because the objective is there. Stay focused and remember, health is wealth.